Today I'm going to show you how to do a thumbnail, and I'm going to tell you this is kind of how I do it. It's not necessarily the best way to do it, or I'm the best one, or anything like that. This is just kind of what I've been doing. Hopefully it helps one of you guys. And by the way, welcome to the content creator channel. If this is your first time here, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click that like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you could be notified when I post videos. Check it out. I just did a video on this, and this is my GoPro setup. I have used this all over the place. I'm going to link this video down there as well. But as I'm doing the video, I'm always thinking about the thumbnail. How am I going to do the thumbnail and all that? And at the end of the video, I actually recorded a little frame that is going to be part of my thumbnail. So I'm going to come up here, share my screen, and show you that. I'm going to tell you this setup right here is very, very solid. So as you can see, I was recording and talking about this right here. And almost at the end, I actually always put a little section right here. You can see it right there where I did my little frame, right? And I kind of like it right there. So I do that typically when I do product reviews and things like that. So that's going to be what I'm going to utilize to do my thumbnail. Now, obviously, I'm going to take a print shot. I do that with my keyboard, really, really simple. And now I'm going to go to a website called Photojet.com. And again, very, very simple. What I usually do is that I click here, click the sign. I go a little bit down, scroll a little bit down where it says YouTube thumbnail. So now we're kind of going to set up in this site right here. Right here to the left is going to be a tab says a library. Then I'm going to add up a picture. Obviously, wherever you have that picture saved, you're just going to have to backtrack it, right? And then you're going to see it right here. So now I'm going to just click on it and it's going to dump it right there, right? So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, right? I want to make sure that it kind of fits there nicely. So again, I'm going to kind of come up here. Usually I cut this a little bit better, but I got it right there, right? So I kind of like it where it is right there. Now you kind of use your imagination into this. You have a couple different things that you can actually do to this picture. So I usually go to effects and then I come here to advanced options. I usually increase the saturation just a little bit. And I also do the contrast right here just a little bit. You can see the difference as we're going right there. Again, guys, one thing that I would tell you is that all this is free. So really is very, very nice. The exposure, it kind of feels a little bit too dark. So maybe if I mess with it a little bit, you can kind of see right there. I mean, again, you're trying to kind of get a pop, right? You kind of get a pop really, really well. I want to make it a little bit bigger. And right there, it feels pretty good right there. Now, a lot of people talk about essentially what you're going to put in the thumbnail. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be up to you, but I have heard a lot of experts here on YouTube saying things such as, you know, maybe 1 to 3 words, not to copy the same title and put in the same title in the picture, not to do that. To tell you the truth, a lot of times you see guys saying one thing, and I've been here on YouTube since 2013, and a year later they said something else. So it's kind of hard to kind of, you know, essentially figure out what is the right answer. But there are some best practice out there. In this case, I was actually talking about the new GoPro grips and that just came out, and some of the things that you could do if you don't want to buy that one. You know, this is something that you could do as well. So again, I kind of want to show that. If I do want to put some letters, if I go here to the left, you see some examples in there. Obviously, some of them you have to pay for, but there are some of there that are very, very good. There are also different types of background, different types of pictures as well. Clip art right here. One thing that I like to do a lot is come to these arrows right here, and you can kind of do something like this to kind of emphasize what you're actually talking about, right? And then you can kind of, obviously I'm talking about the grip right here, so you can kind of do something like this and kind of point out that grip, right? And you can actually come here to effects and you can make that arrow a different color, right? You could do that. Kind of looks nice like that because you're talking about this grip, right? And again, kind of make it a little bit, you can kind of mess around with it, kind of make it how you want to, right? I think I kind of like it like that because, like I said, I was talking about the grip, right? So again, you have a couple other things. You could do solid shapes as well. You could do some outlines as well. Sometimes you see some people using something like this where you get a little square right here and then you kind of make it bigger. I'm kind of going to show you this right here. I'm going to leave it. Again, you kind of use a little of your imagination, right? Just don't make it too confusing or anything like that. So you have this little square right here and then you can make it red, right? And kind of, this is how it looks right there. So that doesn't look bad at all, right? I'm going to leave it just like that. Then I just going to download. And again, guys, all that, it was free. I really didn't spend any money or anything like that. So again, that's kind of like a setup that I use here in my channel to be able to do some thumbnails. Obviously, there are other ways that you could do it as well, but I wanted to show you this way. Again, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you could be notified when I post videos.